Okay, in the bottom left, playing as Pistil, we have Burny. Up against Kyuwolf. Up in the top right, playing as Sigrid? Sigrid in the pink, sorry.
Sigrid, let's go.
Okay. Oh, that's gonna stick, isn't it?
Sigrid.
Also, I think I just figured out how to solve the desynchronous issue that we're having, which I will explain after this game. But I think this replay should work fine, so we're gonna get to see an actual game, and we're seeing very different openings for both these players. Sigrid going for, I guess, the more traditional heal off this village, send your commander to the side, whereas Burny's going for mid play with their commander.
Oh, Burny is from the new player PvP stream, just not Kyuwolf.
Yeah, Burny's been around in the community for a little while. They came in towards the end of Wargroove 1 actually, so I am curious to see how they're going to perform. We got to see a bunch of them last Test Your Metal, and they were playing really quite well, so... Now, something...
I believe I am obligated to root against Sigrid in this case.
Okay. Well, Kyuwolf actually was very much impressing me earlier, so I'm curious to see how they're going to play.
Are you afraid?
Alright, Sigrid's...
Sigrid attacks a village.
You're actually just going to keep calling her Pigrid, aren't you?
Yes.
Okay. I can live with that. In the meantime... Burny... a little bit behind on the lumber mill plays right now, but they are going to take down this lumber mill. Build a bit of groove on Pistil. And I guess once the commander count the unit count gets a bit higher, the commander's going to become a bit more threatening. Very late capture on that tower, by the way. Basically ignoring it up until this point.
Well, if you're not going to build out of it, it makes sense to delay.
Yeah, I mean, I can see that. It's just... you don't normally wait until like turn 5 or 6 to do... Actually, yeah, turn 6 was the capture time.
Sigrid is standing in a brave position. I mean Sigrid, darn it.
Haha! Okay, we're gonna see the slumber mill get flipped. And Burny just continually capturing and recapturing the slumber mill. More units coming out in support. I like the archer.
Burny.
Really nice at just doing a little bit of chip damage to a commander if they walk forwards too much.
Barrett, do you ever not like an archer?
There are times. It has happened. Not often, I will say, but it has happened.
Are you afraid?
Typically, if a player builds an archer in a place where they need something a bit tankier, then I will say, you know, that's not ideal. Or if they build an archer and there's no way to get it to the front early on, or like when there's action about to happen, like if they don't have a transport unit nearby. I'm not too keen on an archer in those positions. But on a map like this...
Speaking of good archers, Kyuwolf with that balloon double pike archer back. That is good. Ooh, pistol groove.
Ooh. I like that actually. Just goes for a little bit of small damage. And is preparing to do some follow-up on top of that as well. And that doesn't injure Pistil too much, right? Like, she does get injured a little from her groove.
What?
I thought it was one of her grooves injures her, right?
I don't think so.
Okay. Maybe I'm thinking of early playtesting Pistil then.
Are you
I could have sworn Pistil took some damage from her own groove though.
But if that's true, that is news to me.
Maybe someone in the chat can confirm that while we continue. Okay, Pistil going to continue knocking stuff down.
hold still?
Alright, chat is saying she doesn't? Okay, I'm thinking of a much earlier build of the game then.
I like how a crit with a 1 health sword knocked down the lumber mill, and then a 1 health sword captured it. That is efficiency right there.
Yeah, Burny just making the most of their situation, and they're having to trade like full health unit actions to be able to, you know, counter this. Although now we have archer and spear. Ooh, I love that use of the spear in the balloon to set up a crit on that village. Really nicely
That was
done there.
really good.
Yeah, that it's always nice to see like really good efficiencies like that using transport units for setting up crits. And Burny has like a pretty large army over on this left-hand side, and actually doing really nice work over on the right, just with like a small force. Able to get like quite a lot of efficiency here. I don't quite know about that sword positioning. I guess they just want to prevent the knight from being able to be hit without Kyuwolf having to dedicate more to it. I think that knight is dead though. I think air troop is
Yeah.
dead. Yeah.
Are you afraid?
Kyuwolf is starting to take over. They had more efficient uses of the balloons, the pikes. We got both lumber mills. They're sort of in position to attack now.
Oh, a little bit harassed coming in.
That's a bold play. You're sacking the harpy for that.
Are you? I don't. The only mage I see nearby is low health. Oh no, wait, there's one below. Never mind. I just
Sneaky
missed
mage.
that one. Sneaky indeed. Okay, other mage heals up as well, so... I guess the idea was they don't want to deal with a full health
Let's be
pistol, but pistol's actually got some good targets here just to hit while running back. Gonna restore some health over time. And we're gonna see a second pistol groove fairly soon.
I like the use of the knight to knock down the lumber mill, even though it got mage crit. Just kind of keeping lumber mill equality going on there.
Yeah, and speaking of Kyuwolf, managing to get a full round of trees off of that lumber mill. They've got a lot of cash to play with, and they've got a dragon as well, so they are very much looking good on the financial front. Burny, however, gonna go for some counterattack here. Kills a couple more units. Gets pistol groove. Double harpy, actually. Interesting.
Well, double harpy's really good here. There's not that many anti-air on Sigrid's side. One might get eaten. They can hit the dragon. They can hit other harpies. They can hit the knights.
goodbye.
Yeah. Yeah, and they could, yeah, bowling the dragon as well, I think, is another really nice use for them. Like, not just hitting it, but being able to be like, we're blockers, and you can't do anything about it. Along with that balloon, actually. Yeah, they've got some nice air block. But Kyuwolf, ooh, takes both lumber mills. Doing a good job. Really dominating this map. Has this bottom right corner village. But Burny's really on the back foot here. And we're going to see a lot of units get dedicated over on the left side. Pistil comes through as well. And we see a very...
Problem is, Burny's not dedicating enough to attack at any given time, so they're not able to push out of their position.
So hungry.
Okay. Sigrid just eats a knight. Probably the best target she's going to get.
Yeah, the point of that was just to remove it. Like I said, Burny didn't put enough on the bottom side to attack, so by eating the knight, Sigrid's basically invincible and stops Burny from pushing out. So as a result, Kyuwolf can hold on to the extra villages for a few more turns, for free,
Let's try
basically.
an experiment.
Ooh, we're going to see pistol groove though. Doesn't hurt Sigrid. That's quite funny, actually.
Whoa. I didn't know that. Is that a recent development?
I mean, I think Sigrid's always just been completely immune to damage when she's in her tier 2.
No, you could still hex her. Maybe it's anything that does groove damage? That would
Maybe?
be interesting. It means no Ragna.
I guess we're all learning a lot by watching this. Okay, balloon, gonna go down. Doesn't use the witch. Interesting.
Well, there's two mages there.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, I guess, yeah, you send your cheap units to kill the balloon as opposed to the expensive ones. And yeah, they're both just very much lined up, taking some trades. Pistil's gonna go very deep actually for that mage kill.
Is that a safe place to put a mouse?
I guess it depends on the follow-up. Alright, Knight's gonna go down. What else here can get hit? Alright, and actually just gonna press over on this right hand side as well. Lots of units getting hit. So trades going on. Not gonna hit the golem. Okay.
In this kind of situation, you don't want to hit the golem because you want a lot of units to kill everything around the golem, and then you can deal with the golem later.
Very true. Ooh, nice. Goes for that. And is that enough to kill that dragon?
It does not look like that's enough to kill the dragon.
Actually, that top mage just can't escape either, so... It would take Pistil having to knock one of those units down.
Well, I mean, dog could hit dog, and then Pistil could hit the sword, and then the mage could get to the dragon that way. It'd be a little risky, though.
Yeah. Meanwhile, over on the right hand side, Burny's really going in, doing a lot of damage. Archer goes down. You see, ooh, Airshipper goes down as well. That's a lot of units going down, actually. Burny might come out on top in this. I think they just back up on the right hand side. They don't actually need to fight here. Pistil can just go for a full retreat. And yeah, ooh, that was such a good fight for Burny.
Let's try an experiment.
Ooh, even gets a follow-up chain reaction. Oh, because the mage was already injured, doesn't get hurt.
It was a really nice way to attack Sigrid without any counterattack damage. I like that.
Yeah, that was really smart. Okay, Kyuwolf coming in doing some damage. Vampiric Touch comes out. Eats a very low health mage. I don't know how I feel about that. I think a little bit of a desperate move. They just, over on the right hand side, I think they just overextended slightly and then lost a ton of army. But I mean, they're actually doing quite well to recuperate that. But now Burny is just pushing up on the left, and
I don't have time for this.
ooh, Sigrid's gonna be pretty low. Already used Groove as well, so she's not gonna have Groove again for a little while.
Goodbye.
And yeah, I don't know what you do here if you're Burny. I guess you just like keep knocking down villages.
Well, what you do is you got to deal with the golem now. I would try to build a dragon or something along those lines. Otherwise, it's just going to run over you.
That is true. Yeah, it's just gonna keep killing dogs in the meantime. Sigrid backs up, gets a heal. This is actually becoming a really long, interesting game. I can't really tell who's on top. Obviously, Kyuwolf has a bit more economy. They've taken a little bit more of the map, and they've had an economy lead for quite some time. But
The thing is that Kyuwolf is falling for the old trap we call free dudes.
yeah, they see easy kills, and then they push their army a bit too far forwards. We're seeing more and more good kills coming in here. Ooh, doesn't quite push the golem into crit range. Leaves it on 46.
And that was probably the plan. If you can get a golem down to that awkward health, that is your best chance of annoying it to death.
Yeah, because yeah, you've got an archer backing this up as well, so you can just push it slowly into low health and then get rid of it. And Kyuwolf forced to back up, even backs up with the golem. And I think Burny can just continually put pressure on. They're going to finally deal with this village in the bottom right. Been Kyuwolf for, I don't know, like 10 turns at this point? Something ridiculous like that. And they don't even completely flip it back to theirs, they just decapture it. Kyuwolf pushing forwards, gets the heal on the golem. They still are doing well on economy. Like they're equal right now. Maybe like a tiny bit of lead because that village didn't get recaptured, but they need to do something because if they want to get a lead back again. And of the commanders, they are playing, you know, a considerably weaker one. Like Pistil is a much stronger commander than Sigrid, it has to be said. In certain circumstances, Sigrid's really good, but no, you really want to be putting pressure on when you have Sigrid, and Kyuwolf not doing that so much right now, although as I say that, they're going to go very hard on this attack. Pick off 2 units, move the rest of their army forwards, and set up a pretty good defensive position, but while all this is going, I mean, there's a night crit on the stronghold, so they can't be too aggressive, they can't sidestep too much. And Burny, are they just gonna dive? I think they are just gonna dive. Nice, taking out the lumber mill, pushing more units in, setting up more lethal on this stronghold. And yeah, like there's no counterattack on their stronghold, so they can afford to just go all in here. And oh, is there anything Kyuwolf can actually do about this?
Attack would be probably the best bet.
Yeah, they need to clear as much stuff from here as possible.
You see, that Harpy went the opposite way of defending the stronghold. Kyuwolf must be very, very confident they can hold with what they've got.
And like, you know, very slight inefficiency here. You want to always go for the hex first. They could have had slightly more damage on one of those units, but... Okay.
Also, I don't think that witch is in a comfy position.
Yeah, it does block though, and the mage is injured, so...
Oh, that's true. Yeah, I couldn't see the health bar.
Yeah, I think they're looking okay right now. Nice mage heal though. Ooh. Oh, Pistil isn't quite in range to use Groove. You probably would have wanted to have used their Groove first, but...
This is one of those situations where the stronghold regen thing is going to come into play.
I think so.
I would have pike crit that dog instead of the stronghold, because it looks like it did a lot of damage, but...
Yeah, that is actually not much damage. Alright, big mage heal comes in. Kyuwolf, all they have to do is get stuff in front to block now, because going in on the stronghold and doing some damage, but not enough to kill it, is actually very detrimental in the long run. It is a unit that you could have used to hit something else instead.
How foolish.
Oh, Sigrid gonna pick off another knight. And is she getting close to tier 2? She has tier 2, okay.
I think what happened here is Burny was just getting a little bit frustrated because they were winning fights, but couldn't make any progress, and they just wanted to make progress. But in this kind of position, the reason they were having trouble is because they weren't retaking villages after they won fights. As the only thing Burny was missing. Win a fight, all right, let's take a village, let's reset the battle lines. That's what Burny had to do. Going for the stronghold in this position was not the right call. Wow, this is a groove.
This is gonna deal, oh, so much damage, although hits their own units for a ton as well. Probably should have moved some of those out of the way first. Because, yeah, the units, their own units that got hit by that groove, definitely not very effective at doing anything right now.
Everything suicides into Pistil. Let's go.
Probably. Let's see. I mean, dog obviously can go for suicides. Can spear suicides?
I was joking. No way they actually try that. You just kill everything.
I mean, that also works. Yeah, this whole army's just dead now. I think there was a lethal though. There's like enough low health stuff here and a bunch of mages to like make up the difference there. But yeah, I think you're also right. You just completely surround Pistil, kill the army, and yeah, Burny taps out. So, well played there. That was a really back and forth game. Kyuwolf had a big lead for quite a long time, but threw away an army in one of those fights. Burny able to get a really good trade there. And then Burny just dives the stronghold because I think they, like you were saying, they were feeling frustrated and feeling behind. This is a very long game as well, and it can be hard to force yourself to just take a couple days to not play. I mean, I think this finished quite early into the tournament. We're only like 10 days into this event, so yeah, they were definitely just wanting to go in, finish the game, and that really came back to bite them. Any closing thoughts?
No, this was a really solid game. I think it just came down to experience. Kyuwolf had a little bit more experience of what to do in that situation. And Burny just needed to realize, all right, I got to take villages. That's the right thing to do now. But other than that, it was fantastic fights. Kyuwolf had better positioning. Burny had better battles. And in the end, Kyuwolf was able to take it.
Yeah. Okay. Let's go on to the next one.